You're listening to the Valley Labor Report with David Story and Jacob Morrison.
So so here's something, because we were cut so short on Jones's not really interview, but we appreciate him coming on. But we were cut so short. It was something that I wanted to point out that come out in the media last week, and I think that it's important for the listeners to hear what his opponent is saying.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you know, Jones has really done a wonderful job with the marginalized and minority communities in the state of Alabama, and it really speaks to his opponent's idea of policy and just general education with what he's saying. But here's a quote from Mr. Tuberville. He was in Birmingham, Alabama at the Sunrise Rotary Club, and they asked him about the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which, in Alabama, if there's anywhere else in the nation that we should know about that, it's in Alabama. Right. And his reply was, I quote, "You know, the thing about the Voting Rights Act, it's, you know, there's a lot of different things you can look at it as. You know, who's it going to help? What direction do we need to go with it? I think it's important that everything we do, we keep secure, we keep an eye on it. It's run by the government, and it's run to the point that it's got structure to it. It's like education, it's got to have structure. Now, for some reason, we look at things to change, to think we're going to make it better, but we better do a lot of work on it before we make a change." And that's the end quote. I'm flabbergasted.
He doesn't know anything. This man is a fool. He doesn't even know what the voting. If instead they had asked the question, what does the Voting Rights Act do?
It would have been worse.
It would have been even worse. Because he clearly doesn't even know what it does. And he was just trying to BS his way through an answer.
And that's why we can't get debates in Alabama, because they don't know policy. All they know is, I'm a Republican. That's it.
That's it.
Folks, you're listening to the Valley Labor Report. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your time. If you want to see what we're up to throughout the week and get our snide quips about the news of the day, then you should follow us on social media. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/Valley Labor Report. We're on Twitter at Labor Reporters. I'm on Twitter at JacobM_AL. David is on Twitter at Radical Unionist. That's spelled RADICL Unionist. If you missed part of the show and want to go back and watch it later, search YouTube for The Valley Labor Report and subscribe to our channel. You can go back and watch the full show there, and we also clip segments throughout the week. And we also upload the program on more than 11 different podcasting apps. So you can see if we're on your listening platform of choice. You can go to thevalleylaborreport.transistor.fm/subscribe. And if you appreciate our work and want to help us stay on the air, then consider throwing us a couple dollars a month on patreon.com/The Valley Labor Report.